Okay, and so, hey YouTube, this is Darkbyte here, and today, we're just gonna get over that little error that happened last time. That was kind of weird. I don't know why that happened, because I haven't bothered to check yet. Sorry about that. But basically, we're just gonna ignore that, and we're gonna carry on with the tutorials as usual. Now today, we're gonna be looking at two different types of loops. Now, there's different names for looping. There's iteration, loads of other fancy names. We're just going to call them loops. We're going to look at the first loop, which is a very basic loop, which is called a while loop. Now, a while loop loops while a condition is true. Now, you can also set it to loop while a condition is false by just putting this kind of thing at the front of it. Now, there's different things with the while loop. It works very similar to an if statement, so you can do this to symbolize a different bit. So, say you've got say you've got two booleans and you want lol and ROFL to both be true, then you can do that. But say you want lol to be true and you want ROFL to be false, you can just go ROFL like that. So each of the conditions have to have their own thing if you want it to be false. There's also the OR that we looked at last lesson, and there's also the OR, yeah, I think that's about it actually, OR and AND. Now, say for the more, you can do more than or equal to, like that, or you can do less than or equal to. And you can also just do equal to, and you can also do not equal to. So, yeah, that's just some stuff. So, it works very similar to the if statement, except it loops, basically. So, here we go. So, what we're going to do is we're going to find int counter is equal to 0. And while counter is less than 10, I'm gonna go counter plus plus. Counter plus plus. I'm gonna go sys out counter. Actually, we're gonna do this afterwards. All right. Okay. Well, we're just gonna test this out in a sec after this. All right. So, 1 second. Alright, so, yeah, let's continue. Alright, so basically, this loop is just going to run over and over again. So, what it's going to do is it's going to run 10 times, since we set 10 here. So, what it's going to do is it's going to print out 0 to 9. So, here we go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really fast. But, say, isn't there going to be a better way of doing this? Just repeating a set of instructions time and time again? Well, for that, if you want to set it, if you want to repeat a certain number of times, then you want to use a for loop. Now, a for loop is created by calling for, then you create a temporary variable to go in here. So you create a temporary variable. Normally I call mine I, because that's an imaginary number, and I set it to like 0 or something, because that's, you know, you've got to initialize it. And then what you do is you do the condition. So you do while I is less than 10, and each time you want to add to I, so you do I plus plus there. So basically, this is going to run 10 times. So what do we do now? So all we're going to do is we're just going to simply go, we're just going to call counter, and then plus is the amount of times this loop has repeated, and how much swag amr has per second. There we go. So now that we run this, oh whoops, it's no longer called counter, it's called I. Whoops. Alright. Sometimes I used to call it counter, so yeah. So 0 is the amount of times this loop is run. So as you can see, it's run that 9 times. So there we go. So it's exactly the same. It runs exactly the same. It's just if you want to use a while loop, it's usually used for stuff like game loops and stuff. So yeah, with a for loop, you don't usually use a for loop for a continuous loop. You use it to loop something a set of times. So say you've got like a certain number of I don't know, cars in a parking lot, and you only want to check for some cars. Then you're going to loop through, and basically you're going to make it so that only some cars. So there's only a certain amount of cars, and any other cars who are inside your virtual parking place, then, you know, they get kicked out. Yeah, so you could do it like that. I don't know why you would use it like that. I don't know why you'd have a virtual parking lot place thing, but, you know, I guess, you know, you can do whatever you want with code, so, yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. That was like the weirdest example ever. It's not even the weirdest one I'm going to do, so I'll be seeing you guys next time. Oh, as you can see, I've minimized this taskbar thing to make it really small, so hope you guys noticed that. Alright then. Bye guys, and I'll see you guys next time.